Okay, guys, we got a little follow-up video here on the Bomber A series crankbait, the Model A's. Got a couple little stories to tell you. First off, I guess I'll talk about a tournament that I actually won on this particular bait right here. This is a 5A Bomber, and I was at the James and Chickahominy River in Virginia. This is one of the old American bass ones. Tidal River, of course, and I found this little shelf that up in the Chickahominy River where it kind of dropped from like 2 to 5 foot. And guys were asking me if I was fishing the tide. I guess I was. Didn't really know anything about the tide back then. Of course, that was a long time ago, 1990. But I just kept throwing this little crankbait, and the tide started to move. And boy, you just really catch them. I mean, I was catching them. Just one right after the other when that tide was moving. I ended up catching 20-some keepers there. I think there was right at 175 boats in this event. I think, if I remember right, 175 was what it was. And I was the first guy to weigh in, and had to sit there and watch everybody else weigh in and try to knock me off. But ended up winning that event on a 5A Bomber in this color right here, chartreuse and brown back. And then that's the end of that story there. But you can see I got a plaque over here from that tournament a long time ago. So don't forget to keep throwing that Model A Bomber. It even works in tidal water.
Yeah, and to follow up on that, the 6A in the Fire Tiger, it was actually 1990, I believe 1990. I was in the BASS Eastern Region tournament. I drew a guy from the Maine State Bass Federation, which was the president of Maine State Bass Federation back then, and we were on the Connecticut River out of Hartford fishing the Eastern Region tournament, which there's 13 states involved in that. Back in the day at BASS, you qualified through your qualifiers and then your state championship, and then you went to, and everybody sent a 6-man team to the Eastern Region, and it was Connecticut's time to host the tournament. But I'd qualified as a non-boater, as a rider in that particular tournament, and I drew Dave Barnes for the last day of the tournament, which Dave did fish the Pro Series too, a little bit off and on.
I think he qualified for a classic or two.
Yeah, he did. And so and of course it's a tidal river, and so he won that tournament on a 6A Bomber. I'll never forget that. He had a little short area. We'd gotten a lot of rain, but he had a little short area that probably wasn't 50 yards long, and we just back and forth that all day long. And of course, me being a non-boater, and I hadn't done very good prior. I had a few fish, but not enough to win anything. So as a courtesy to him, I just kind of rode back and forth with him. I never really casted a bait the whole day, but it was fun to watch him throw this Model A Bomber up and down that little stretch for probably a 6-7 hour period, and actually win the Eastern Region, which was a big deal back in the day. So,
well, we appreciate you all watching. Don't forget to put these back in your arsenal. I mean, we still catch fish on them today. I know we've caught fish on them at Sutton Lake here, and we've caught fish on them on the Ohio River. I catch fish on them at Burnsville and Stonewall. So these are baits that you can use today. I mean, a lot of times you can say this one here, you can see that we've replaced the hooks on it. This one here, haven't replaced the hooks on it yet. This one here, I kind of retired, since I won that tournament on it. But, don't forget to put these in your arsenal. Keep using them. I mean, they still work today. Thank you guys very much for watching.